Okay, welcome to another episode of Mid-Specialized podcast of Sueldos and Soirees. Today's episode, we'll be talking about first day of work anxiety. Our two guests here will be sharing their tips and insights on how they settled into their new role, how they adjusted to a new company culture, and a lot more.
Right. Before we get into that, I think we should introduce our guests. So joining us tonight are two distinguished med species. First, we have Sam. She is a marketing content writer under the MedVision line of business. So Sam has been with Med Specialized since March last year, 2021. Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
I love the energy already. And of course, our second guest, Denise, or as we like to call her here in the office, Dens. She is part of the HR team. She is our onboarding POC, and she joined the company just this year in May. That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we're going to be talking about first day of work anxiety and settling in like a new environment, new company. But before we get into that, of course, we want to get to know our guests. We want our listeners to get to know our guests. So if you could tell us a bit about like who you guys are, your journey with Med Specialized, what do you guys do on a daily basis, as a content writer and being in HR. So yeah, Dens, could you tell us a bit about who
Take it away,
Denise is?
Dens.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, hi. I'm Denise, but you can call me Dens. I'm just a tree. Just kidding.
A tree.
No, I'm the HR clerk, but basically what I do is I do the onboarding. So it really fits the topic today. I am the first HR person that the new hires meet. I do the induction training, but just for the HR orientation part. And then I do clerical stuff. I gather requirements, day one requirements usually. I started this year and it's been a smooth ride.
How do
It's been good.
How do you find Med Specialized? Like, how did you stumble upon this opportunity?
Well, I knew about this job opening really from Miss Kim, our manager.
HR manager.
Yeah,
Okay.
our HR manager. She told me, "Hey, are you still looking for a job? We still have this opening. Maybe you're interested." And I was like, "Yeah." I am. Who wouldn't be, right? I was unemployed
that's why
at
I'm here
that time. Yeah. And I grabbed the opportunity and I got hired and I'm here now.
How are you liking it so far?
I really like it. No, but really, I really
You're
do.
enjoying it.
Enjoying it.
I've been saying this since day one. Well, at first, I didn't have like a lot of friends because most of the people were working from home. So at that time, I liked it because of the schedule.
Yeah.
I'm on a gliding shift. But now that people are back in the office, I like it because of the people around me, because of the
get to
people I
interact
work
with
with.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the greatest things of Med Specialized is the people that you work with.
Truly.
So I love the people that we're surrounded by, whether it's like people in HR, in marketing, in IT. Everyone just kind of jives together. So
Correct.
yeah, I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
What about you, Sam? How do you get started with MedSpec?
I found the job opening on LinkedIn because I
Oh,
was hanging out there.
you're hanging out on LinkedIn?
Yeah,
Oh, girl!
I was hanging out at
What are you
LinkedIn.
doing on LinkedIn?
I know because I used to be in HR for my previous company.
Oh, that's interesting.
In recruitment.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to be in recruitment, and I was looking for prospective applicants on LinkedIn, and then I don't know how I ended up.
So
with
from
that.
looking for an applicant, you became the
I
applicant.
became the applicant.
Oh, that's so
exactly.
interesting. I did not know that about you, Sam.
Now you know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so after I applied virtually, website submitted, and I wasn't expecting anything like to hear back from
Right.
MedSpec right away, but like I think it was urgent because I was contacted right away, scheduled for an interview, and at the time I was working from home, so interviews were fairly easy to do because you can do it online, and it was quick, like less than a month, and then
And then you got hired.
You got
yeah, I
hired?
got hired.
How? Wait, Sam. Okay, I'm kind of still absorbing the fact that you came from like a recruitment type
Yeah.
of job. How was it transitioning from that task to, writing?
Yeah, because it's kind of like
Very different.
lateral move, right?
Yeah, it's very different.
Well, I decided that I wanted to move out of HR as a career because in the company I worked with previously, I didn't see much growth for me there. So I decided to try a different career, and I thought like I like to do research a lot before in college, so it's writing.
Sure,
is.
that's the same thing. I think.
But the job was for a technical writer. I was like, oh, is this about research? Okay, let's try it.
Right. Yeah, because you started as a technical writer
Yeah.
before marketing content.
I did. So when I didn't understand the
The concept.
the
like
concept of a
space, yeah.
technical writer.
Okay.
So I thought it was mainly research. That's why I applied.
I see. Okay. So relating that to the topic right now, like how did you feel? Like were you at all nervous with like, your first day? Because again, coming from
Yeah.
HR and then this job is very new to you. You don't know what a technical writer is. You thought it was research. So what was that like? Like how did you feel when you got like first of all, how did you feel when you got hired?
I was ecstatic because I'm like,
Ecstatic.
yes, a new job, new things to do, new
Okay.
things to try. Because I know it's only been like a year plus, but I really feel like that me had so much more energy.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So this
So this isn't even
like
peak
100%,
energy,
yeah.
Sam.
No.
This isn't
Okay.
100%.
And I'm like, okay, Sam, what else is there?
How do
It's
we
just-
even measure up?
There's just a lot of exuberance at the time.
Okay.
What was the question?
I knew it. I was like, oh no, I feel like she forgot the question. Like, how did you feel on your first day knowing that this would be something that would be very different for you?
I was excited, but also very nervous. I mean, I'm not a stranger to a BPO setting because I've also tried a BPO setting before. So I was expecting like general training and all of that.
Right.
So, but I didn't really know how I fit into my team yet because I didn't know it was for MedVision. I didn't know what the product of MedVision was at the time. So during the general training, the first type of training that we went through, I was just like, okay, let's just do whatever they tell us to do and answer everything as best as I can and get good marks. And then, because
Yeah.
the actual getting to know the tasks would be
Like
when I'm
later
already with my team now.
Right.
Right.
Do you mind telling us a little bit about MedVision first, just so the listeners
Oh,
would
yeah.
understand what it is?
Yeah.
So MedVision, my current LOB line of business, is a healthcare administrative software developer.
Okay.
so, like, the
Could you
product-
break that down for us?
Okay, so our-
I need it to be dumbed down for
Okay,
me.
okay.
Not too technical.
For me, not for the listeners.
For me too, actually.
So for the host.
Okay. So, MedVision's product is QuickUp. So, QuickUp is a software that
Yeah.
hospitals, clinics, and health plan providers use to streamline their administrative processes. So, processing claims, authorizations, and all that jazz, so that they don't have to spend a lot of time doing admin
Right.
stuff and focus on the clinical stuff that they do.
Okay. I was just actually curious because you said you applied for a technical writer position, but right now you're already a marketing
Yes, that's
copywriter. I'm also in the copywriting space, so I understand what the differences are between copywriting and technical writing. How was that transition like for you? Because it's actually a lot of people don't know this, but it's like a wide gap between the two.
That's right.
How do you say it? Like disciplines? If
Yeah, the types
two types of writing. How was that transition like for you?
It was compared to if I went directly for a marketing content writer position
Yeah.
right off the bat. I think was easier for me because I already knew the product. So coming from a technical writer position, I had that advantage. But the outputs are completely different compared to technical writing, because with technical writing we have user guides
Yeah.
and release notes. With content writing there are campaigns for conferences, emails, and there's also the marketing descriptions for when there's an update for the software. So it's really different.
Real different.
Yeah.
Just for everybody's information, so just to break the differences down, basically technical writing is like a very structured type of writing. What you see in manuals, user guides, that's an example of technical writing. For copywriting, the purpose of this type of writing is to sell and to inform and educate consumers. So, yeah, just for everybody's information.
Thank you.
Good to know.
Yeah, I actually like got confused with those, because before I would just be like, they're all writers. Like,
Yeah.
they can do it. Like, you know, one writer can do the other job, and
Yeah.
but then it's very different.
It's
so.
like a general knowledge thinking that they write stuff.
Yeah, and
there's
it's
no
easy to
difference.
write
Yeah.
these things, but it's not.
But no, it's not.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you try it out, it's a challenge.
I can't do it.
Oh my god! See, this is why we're in HR. Yes. So that's you mentioned. Sam mentioned about how she felt when she was like joining and like on her first day, and you know, I think all of us, you know, we've been there. We've been there. We've done that. So for
Let's showing
you,
off her voice, huh?
I know, right?
so for you, you were also in that journey of like joining the first day of training. So
Right.
how is it different now for you? Well, you can talk about both experiences, like how you felt as someone who joined it as a trainee, and then how did that experience help you with conducting the onboarding training now?
That's a really nice question.
Oh my god, thank you.
It honestly
Way to go,
helped a
Liz.
lot.
Thank you.
You know?
Pat myself on the back. I mean,
will
on
do
the
that.
shoulder. That's on my back.
Well, let me just start off with how I felt during my first day. Because there's also that feeling of being overwhelmed with the transition that I had to go through, because I was like a telephone banker before, and now I had to switch to clerical tasks.
Okay.
And during training, I mean, it's kind of a general training for the non-Dr. Catalyst employees, right? Like for the first week of induction training,
Yes.
you just have to go through what grammar stuff, email, etiquette stuff. And so as what Sam mentioned earlier, you just had to do what they tell
Just
you to
go
do.
with the flow, yeah.
Yeah. And it was pretty easy for me. But I think it helped me in a way that I kind of knew how to handle my own induction training. Like I knew in myself that I had to do my own thing when it comes to welcoming the employees, because HR orientation is the first part of the induction training.
Right.
And so I had to like spice it up a bit.
Oh,
You know, like put the
How do
dance
you,
in
how
it.
do you
okay.
spice things up a bit?
What is the dense touch
Yeah.
to the onboarding
spice.
training now?
I honestly just give it all of my energy, like welcome to Med Specialized, and I really
Actually, yeah,
love-
I've seen you do the onboarding training, and I'm like, wow, this is the energy that we need to have every time we welcome new people to the team. Yeah.
And I think that's how I think of it. Like if I am the newbie, I would want to be welcomed that way.
That
Yeah. And so yeah, going back to your question, the way I experienced the induction training is what inspired me to do my own thing during the induction training.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. What do you find are the usual like concerns or challenges that newbies have during onboarding?
Usually about the contracts, the legal documentations that they have to sign. You know, they say HR employee relations is like the front desk of Med Specialized.
Oh my gosh,
because
yes.
people tend to ask stuff. Like
We're the information
almost-
center.
Yeah, and almost everything, like concerning clinic per se, or
Yeah.
concerning their pre-employment medical exams, concerning payroll, RCBC account. They ask all that to HR, and like, it's a concern for the HR side, because they want to be welcomed that way. Yeah. And so as what Sam mentioned earlier, you just had to like spice it up a bit. You know, like put the dance in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, going back to your question, what is the we don't know everything, but we have to. We kind
Yeah.
of have to because again, we are kind of
The
seen as the
you're the help desk.
exactly
Of everyone.
Yeah, and but mostly for employee relations, really, the main concern is just about the legal documentations, which is pretty easy to handle.
Oh, interesting. Well, when you guys got hired, were you like wary of the contracts that you were signing, or you were just like, you know what, I got hired, I'm gonna sign this. I don't really understand what I'm signing.
Did you even read
did you even
any
read
of the things
contracts
that you signed?
Well, did you?
Actually, I did. 'Cause
Ooh.
coming from recruitment, like I know about the contract, so I read
Okay.
through everything, and just like, okay, 2 years, nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
right, okay.
You're talking about the bond.
yeah,
Yeah.
the bond contract. But oh my gosh, Sam, that's a surprise. I did not read the contract.
Oh,
I was,
no.
I can say the same thing. I love the diligence.
I
right
know,
here.
I know. She's responsible. I was
Yeah.
just like, I just
You know
need
what?
a job.
Let's just get this over with.
I
Get
like.
this out of the way.
I want to work. I want to
Yeah.
get paid for the work that I do. Sure, what's 2 years?
Yeah,
Sure.
2 years.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think now that I'm working in HR or with recruitment for Med Specialized, I feel like the contracts that we're signing are pretty fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like with what we're getting, with the trainings and the opportunities that we're getting, and
Definitely, but still, for those of you who are listening, please do read,
Read.
your contracts. Like
Yeah.
whatever you're putting your name on,
Yeah.
do read them and try to understand them as much as possible. And also, I think since the three of you are from with HR backgrounds, I think you can all agree that it's okay to ask questions, right?
Yeah,
it is.
definitely.
It's very much encouraged to ask
Yeah.
questions because again, you don't want to be like maybe like a week in and
Yeah.
you realize, oh,
yeah.
I didn't know
This
I
is
was
what I signed up for.
yeah. So
Right.
some people like they don't know that they signed a bond contract for 2 years and they're just like, oh, I can't commit to this. Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
And I feel like that also helps like ease up your anxieties because knowing that at least you know this much already,
Yeah.
it helps sort of calm your nerves down.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
That's true.
Were you guys nervous for your first
Yeah.
day?
Definitely. I think for every first day that I have, like first day of school, first day of
Every first is basically like nerve wracking.
Yeah.
truly.
I mean, like
Yeah.
first days are nerve wracking,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yeah. But can I just say, just going back a little bit on the contracts, you have to know what you're signing up for.
Yeah, definitely.
Really, right?
Right.
But yeah, I was really anxious on my first day. But
What were you nervous about?
I think
Or
it's
is it
the
just like a first day thing?
maybe it's that, but maybe it's also the uncertainty of not
Uncertainty.
knowing
What's gonna happen?
what's gonna happen. What you're I mean,
I think
you
we all
have
share
the
that, yeah.
contracts as what you've said, Pao, na the contracts will somehow help you know what you're
Getting yourself
gonna be
into.
dealing
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
But
But
still
it's different when you're there.
yeah,
Yeah.
the specifics you don't know
definitely.
what's gonna happen.
Right.
I think that's it, and the people that you're gonna be working with.
Yeah. Oh, what about you, Sam? Were you nervous?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
I actually can't picture Sam out being nervous.
I know,
Like, you're always so friendly, very approachable.
Life is a performance.
Oh,
Yes, you got faith. So you make
Okay.
it. But at that time, Sam, you joined while we were like working remotely,
Yes.
right? So did that add to like the nervousness at all that you were doing training and you were meeting your new teammates virtually?
Oh yeah, because I was kind of nervous since it's virtual. And what if there's like a little incident with the network and then something goes wrong?
Yeah. Oh my
that was
God.
what I was really nervous.
things
Like,
out of your control.
yeah, and I had to like prepare like just in case a pocket Wi-Fi and like data on my phone just
Yes,
in case.
Just in case.
I'm curious though, because I think a lot of us here have experienced working from home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, being hired while in the middle of the pandemic while still working from home. How was the anxiety or the first day jitters different when you first started working from home or got hired working from home and then all of a sudden we were asked to get back to the office? Like, how was that experience different? Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, I can go first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
okay,
ahead.
go,
Go ahead.
go Sam.
I
Go
can
Sam.
go first. So, working from home, of course, the first day
Yeah.
is nerve wracking. The first week is nerve wracking. But during that week, I was able to communicate with my team lead, and she was very friendly and the type that would hold my hand through everything. 'Cause
yes.
she knew how
Yeah.
nervous I was, so she walked me through because everything was new to me. So
Right,
she walked
right.
me through everything really well. So only the first few days rather of that week that I was super super nervous.
Yeah.
And compared to working here in the office, the one thing I was really concerned about though was needing to interact with people in real life na already.
I find it hard to believe. Like, you're so natural with interacting with people. How were you even nervous about it?
Like I said,
It's a performance.
it's a performance.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to
Yeah.
fake your confidence and then it will follow. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, I think I share the same sentiment with Sam that you kind of get nervous and you overthink, like, how am I going to interact with all of these new people in real life?
Yeah.
And I think for us who tend to like shy away from social interactions, like with people that we don't know, we're kind of just like, I'm going to fight the awkwardness with energy.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Right? So true. I'm just gonna fake my energy and pretend like I'm not nervous. This isn't awkward.
And it works.
And
it really
That's
does.
that's
It
what I
works.
realized. Because before I would
Really?
really just be quiet. I would avoid eye contact. I would
Yeah.
just not. So now, like when people tell me, they're like, "Oh my god, you're so friendly." Like, no. I mean, not that I'm not.
So
Okay,
what are you then?
Let me rewind. I am friendly, but
Okay.
I think that my approach now is really just put yourself out there,
Yeah, yeah.
just to not make it awkward because it's
Yes.
only awkward if you make it awkward.
Yes.
It's actually really interesting because I have a completely opposite approach,
Oh my gosh, Pao, all the time.
and I can feel like
Go ahead, Pao.
Dance also agrees. Like, I prefer to sort of like stay in a corner, just be quiet, and wait for someone else to like. It's not that I'm trying to be aloof or trying to disconnect. It's just that I would prefer if someone initiates the interaction.
Yeah, rather
And I would be.
well, you would reciprocate the energy
reciprocate,
if someone
exactly.
approached you. I used to be like that. And then people would just say, "You're so unapproachable." Because
Yeah.
yeah. And also, I feel like with that approach, I kind of, there's a tendency for me to like miss out on things. Like we could have started this friendship sooner. Like we
Right,
could
right.
have bonded sooner. So I was
You're
just kind of
saying
like,
our approach is wrong.
No,
I'm saying,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I am saying, I learned. This is what I learned. This, do you?
I'm actually curious to hear what Denise has to say as well.
yeah.
I just want to backtrack a bit on.
She's like, before I defend Pao,
Let's tone it down, okay? no, but really, I just want to like emphasize that having to start the training in a virtual setup actually made the anxiety less. Because, like, if you are anxious about having to meet people in real life, then the virtual setup would have helped.
Definitely, yeah. I'm actually inclined to agree.
Right?
Yes,
And-
definitely.
But then I only worked from home during my first week induction training, and then I switched to in-office setup during my first week of nesting period. So I was I was working alone, and so what really made me anxious was having to meet people one by one because not everyone was in the
Yeah.
office right away.
Yeah.
I remember
it's-
meeting you the first time. We were like sitting.
oh my gosh, please remind me. My memory is so horrible.
So you forgot, Liz?
Oh,
It's not that I forgot dance.
No,
it's
it's-
just I'm very forgetful.
And I
I'm
respect
sorry. Thank you, Dance.
It's
This
okay.
is why I appreciate you.
that. No, but it's like it's a one by one meeting thing. It's like, hey, you're Alyssa, right? Are you Dance? Are you the new one?
Is that more awkward for you than being introduced to like a whole team of like, let's say 10 people? There's like, here's one new person.
Actually, no. It's easier because
It's easier.
you're able to meet people one by one, so it's not overwhelming. And I think I agree with you, Liz, when you said that it's that you just have to put yourself out there. And that's what I've learned here in Med Specialized. Because it's easy to make. I mean, Pao, I get that. No,
She's
I'm
like,
not.
I agree, but I don't, but I do.
I feel like I'm being counseled. I'm being counseled right now. But yeah, I accept the counsel.
No, I'm not trying to cancel you. It's just that I agree with you because
Yeah,
there are different crowds, right?
Definitely.
True.
You have to
also.
deal with different crowds, and I think you have to like somehow introduce yourself differently,
Right,
different
different
groups of
people.
people.
Right.
And if you, I mean, for me, if I think that these people are friendly, I can like introduce myself, or I can, as what you've said, put myself out there. But if I feel like these people are intimidating, then I would be like, okay, I'll wait for them to approach me before I
Yeah.
initiate the conversation.
Oh, that's very interesting. I also find that it's a good way to filter out people who you would vibe with, and it's not to say that if you don't vibe with a person, like they're horrible. It's just
a different
sometimes you don't
energy.
vibe. It's fine. You can
Yeah.
say hi.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to force things, right? So when you're putting yourself out there and you see that the people that you're interacting with, it's not really matching the vibe. It's like, okay, these
Correct.
guys are cool, but maybe they're not my main people. But then one way or another, you're gonna be like, oh my god, they get my kind of stupid, they get my humor, they get my pickup lines,
Yeah, Definitely.
they get the jokes. So it's a faster filtering process than when you're like. Again, I'm not canceling Pao, but because I really used to
Definitely
be the
feels
same.
like it, Liz. I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
I really
totally
used to be
understand.
the same way of like, yeah, and we talked about this off air
Yeah.
before. Like when you're trying to please people or trying so hard to fit in,
Yeah.
you kind of lose your sense of self, and later on you kind of question like, am I with the right people? And you kind of overthink. It's also harder to shift to like different groups of, I guess, friends or work friends. I don't know what you want to call it. But for me, it really helped me with a filtering process of like, who can vibe with this?
I get it. Yeah, I understand.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But
Right,
just
right.
because they don't vibe with me doesn't mean we don't say hi and we don't talk. Because, in HR, you kind of have to talk to everyone. So, yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. And also with what Sam said with like on your first few days with the team and
yes.
your team lead was able to like hold your hand
Yes.
through the
Virtually.
process. Hold your hand virtually. I don't know how you want to picture that. I really can't tell you. I don't know what's in here, what's in my brain right now. But I think it's a reflection of again what's been repeated here on the pod as well with good leadership.
Good leadership.
And here at Med Specialized you can really find that. And
Definitely.
it helps when your leaders or your managers, your supervisors, they help you get settled because you become more confident. It's kind of
Right.
like them giving you the confidence to perform well. Like, even if they know that you don't know and you know that you don't know, they're like, you got this, you can do this, I'll
Yes.
help you out. And so, yeah, I think good leadership is very important and training is
Yeah.
very important.
I would
as
also
well.
just like to add because I feel like am I right to say that I'm probably has the longest tenure between the four of us here? Like I'm nearing 3 years now
Yes.
with a
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
company. Yeah. So I've actually started with a company, my training, still face to face. That was before the lockdowns.
Ah, right.
So yeah, it's also interesting because when I started to join the team, when I was sort of what do you call it, like
Nesting?
nesting. I didn't know anybody, and I didn't get to meet anybody up until my second year with the company. So I feel like, in a way, the pandemic sort of helped cushion the anxiety. If that's even the right term. Like it helped ease the anxiety because
There wasn't as much pressure.
exactly there wasn't as much pressure to get to know everybody because I already know them at least virtually. So I was able to settle in virtually. So that really helped the sort of getting to know each other in person a lot easier.
Do you
Would
find
you guys agree with that?
Yeah, do you find that your team dynamic is better like in person or virtually?
It's kind of hard to say for HR because my team lead team leader right now is on mat leave.
On maternity leave.
Maternity leave, yeah. And we started off with hybrid setup, right? So going back to what I mentioned earlier, people are like in and out of the office, but I was like in the office every day because I chose that. I wanted to work in the office every day. But I think it's easy. I think, Liz, we can always go back to what you said, that if you just put yourself out there, it's easier to blend with people,
Liz,
no matter the setup.
speaking
Oh
words
my
of
gosh.
wisdom.
I am a quotable quote person.
Yeah.
I think I am the snippet for this episode's TikTok.
But yeah, definitely. I think I get what Denise is trying to say. Although I can't completely relate to it because that's not really my approach. But I do appreciate people like Alyssa and Sam because they do really help people like me who tend to shy away from interactions get to blend in with the team and the company a lot better. So I feel like it's just a matter of like having a healthy balance, right?
Yeah. Can
We need
I?
Alisas and Sams, and we need Paus and Denises.
You know,
Yeah.
actually, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
It's the yin yang.
just to
Yin yang,
yeah.
yeah.
There are pals and there are Alisas in the world, but then the one you said that like we need someone to like bring us out of our shell.
Yeah.
So now that you know that, you can be that person for someone.
True.
How do I bring
That's
someone out of
my-
my shell? Of their shell?
Not your shell.
I'm already.
Their own shell,
Yeah,
pal.
yeah, okay.
Okay, just
Because the thing that I was going to add is that I also share your approach before. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
depends, because normally in a new setting, I just observe 1st. Like I
Yeah.
know it's so hard to believe.
yeah.
It's kind of
That I can see.
You were always there beside me. But yeah, I do just observe. But then if I notice that nobody's talking, okay, I'll do it.
Right? Break the ice, break
Yeah.
the awkwardness, and then just try to.
Hold on, I actually have a question. Like, would the company environment or the company culture affect your approach to settling in? Like, in a different setting, would you be as out there as you are with Med Specialized, like you guys?
Yes.
For
Would
me,
you
that's
say-
also a yes. Because
Yeah.
I mean, taking it out of like the company setting, even when you're meeting new people,
Yeah.
if you don't vibe with the group, you're more like there's a tendency for you to just keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Because these are people that you don't want to interact with next time. So I think with a company, if it already if like people aren't as welcoming,
Yeah.
or the vibe seems off, your like disposition, for a lack of a better word, would be different as well. So I think being in Med Specialized, like what Dance pointed out a while ago, it was also really much easier for me to adjust, because one of my worries when I started was, oh my god, what if I settle in my team and I have beef with someone? So I'm just like, this isn't what I asked for. How can I be productive?
Yeah.
But when I met the people I work with, even outside of my team, I was so surprised, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm so glad to be surrounded by people who again like try to be creative even if their tasks aren't really like related.
Yeah.
Creative tasks, like J Russ, shout out J Russ. He does training, but oh my god, he's in a band. Check out Alice Who. Shout
Yeah.
out
Yes. Shout out to Alice Who.
Stream their songs. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. What about you, Dance?
And I think that's where the observing and the filtering comes
Yeah.
in. Because you have, I think the filtering and the observing is equal to vibing. Like you have to know the vibe first
Right.
before you actually put yourself out there, or before you decide to shy away from those people. And if I can just add, before with my previous workplace, I couldn't really blend in with the people because I couldn't vibe with them. And then people here in Med Specialized are vibey.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And that's why it's easier to blend in, even if you can't fully relate to what they do or to how they are as a person. Like, for example, for example, you and I, Liz, you are very out there. And I'm like in the corner. But if we vibe, we vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You get the vibe?
I get the vibe. Vibe check. I don't really know what that means. What about
Aren't
you?
you supposed to do like a move when they do the like vibe check and then like I don't know.
What move?
All right. Okay. I love where we're going with this. I love the vibe, but we also gotta check our
The time.
Our time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hop off and take a break just for a little bit. We'll be back with our signature segment. Which is the ping pong ball questions from the fish
ball.
bowl.
Bowl. Bowl, not ball.
You know what it
You
is,
know what?
okay?
Yeah.
We got it. Okay, see you
You guys
real
know.
quick. Bye.
Bye. See ya. Okay, so we're back. Liz, do you want to introduce
Yeah.
the
Famous signature
famous-
segment.
yeah, much awaited segment?
So we're back with our ping pong ball questions from the
From the
fish bowl.
fi-
Oh my
fish
god,
bowl.
speedy talk.
Dude, that's a
Speedy talk.
tongue twister.
Tongue twister, yeah. So you guys already know the drill if you're an avid listener of the podcast.
Do actually comment below if you've been
Yeah.
following
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah. Mhm.
five, right? 5 episodes now.
This
or
is the
fourth.
fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've done 5. So
Yeah.
watch out for the next episode. So
yeah.
what's gonna go down is Sam will be the first to pick a question from the fish bowl. She's
Mm-hmm.
gonna pick out a number. We're gonna read out the corresponding question to that number. And Sam
Pretty
and Dens will be answering.
pretty
I
straightforward.
feel like I'm talking in circles, but yeah, they'll be answering the questions. We can also chime in. We can debate. No, not it's not a debate. It's just a healthy.
We always do.
It's a healthy discussion.
Healthy discussion. Yeah.
It's a healthy discussion about the answers or even why this question exists.
True.
Yeah.
So
true.
yeah,
All right.
you can
Sam,
go ahead,
do you
Sam.
wanna-
If you're ready, you
Okay.
can dip your hands in the
Into
bowl
the-
of Christmas decorations. And ooh,
Very-
What
ooh.
could what's
Wait,
inside the
I
bowl?
wonder.
Kind of surprised you're gonna
I
find.
wonder what question. Oh, it's not.
That's not part of the
I'm not looking.
game.
Okay,
Don't
this
hit
side.
the Christmas ball.
Number 12. All right, I'll read it for you guys.
Okay.
Go ahead, pal.
So the question number 12 is: if you could replace all the grass in the world with something else, what would it be and why?
It's a good question.
Good question.
First answer that comes to your mind. It doesn't have to be a logical question.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I thought of was marshmallows. Because, you know, like, it's soft. If people fall, like, cushion the fall.
You can also eat it, right?
Should
Should
well,
you?
I mean, you can.
Marshmallows.
But if people are gonna be walking
Yeah.
on, do you wanna?
Yeah.
I was just thinking of the texture.
I mean, some weeds are being stepped on. You can just and
Would
are
you
still
eat? Are you telling me you're eating?
like
how
some
are
greens
we-
are still like being stepped on. Mushrooms are still on the ground, right? And
But
some of them are. You know what? Let's just hear our guests
I
out.
think we shouldn't talk over. our
Yeah,
guests.
that's probably my cue. Not to
Yeah,
stop talking. Go ahead, Sam.
Sam, what's your?
But mushrooms can be washed. Imagine you
That's
wash
what I'm
a
saying. You can
marshmallow.
wash the
I mean,
Can
okay,
you even
again,
wash marshmallow?
you can wash it,
Do they?
but
Don't they
would it-
melt in water?
That's cotton candy.
Okay. Oh my god. Sam, what is your answer, please?
What if we replace grass with cotton candy? And but if it rains,
It
it's
rains,
gonna,
it's gone.
It's gone.
What if it's like grass that grows again? Cotton
Cotton
candy,
candy
that,
that grows
grows
again.
again.
Yeah, because grass grows again. So whatever we replace it with,
It should grow again.
Should go again?
so you can't eat the marshmallow because if you pick it, it will grow. You know what, Sam? What's your answer? Let us know.
I mean, the first thing, I want to say flowers.
Okay.
But the first thing that popped off of my head,
Pop up, pop up, there. I'm beautiful. Okay.
I can't relate, but okay. I love the
Drag
energy.
Race PH. Watch it. Vibe with it. Anyway. Pop off your head.
It's like foam. Because, thinking of like the hazards of the outdoors.
Uh-huh. So same thought with the marshmallow.
Yeah.
Like cushion the fall, old people falling, children tripping.
Yes.
Even our age just
Yeah, I
being
mean,
kind of
our age.
we're kind of just like, oh my god, I can't believe I fell over nothing. So
Over air?
Over. Look at me tripping over air.
Just to land on the marshmallow. Okay, I'm gonna lay here.
Foam. We can do like tricks, tumbling. Like,
Yes.
Oh.
How about you, Dance?
Yeah.
Guys, it's so weird how it's so weird how everyone was like marshmallow, cotton candy, foam, and I was like, why don't you replace it with money? So this time you can literally say, we can pick money.
Oh my god.
We can grow.
can grow
money. You know,
That's smart.
You know
I
what?
actually-
This
that
is
actually
why
haven't-
the
We are literal.
podcast
Yeah.
can't survive with just me and Pao.
exactly.
Like, we need intellectuals.
We are literal.
I'm not saying that
Precisely.
I am.
we need intellectuals.
We need people who think like you do.
Yeah.
Right?
Revolutionary thinking, as I like
Exactly.
to say it.
Dude, that didn't actually occur at the slightest in my head.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Money.
thinking, how come these people aren't thinking of money?
We're children.
I'm sorry, Dance. We just wanna. We're children, okay? We
Just want to eat marshmallows and cotton candies.
cotton candy, marshmallows, and you're just here like.
We don't want
I
obligations.
need money.
Yeah, we all,
I mean, we all
do
need.
money.
But okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's gonna.
But
regrow,
hang on. To be
Okay, Pao.
technical here,
Yes, Pao.
wouldn't that devalue money if it's everywhere?
Oh God. So
Oh my
here we
gosh.
are.
Okay,
Okay, we're
it's
doing
the battle
economics.
of the equals.
Okay.
Right?
Because
I will not
scarcity,
fight.
supply
Yeah,
and demand.
supply and demand. Right?
That makes sense, but I mean, you guys wanted candies and stuff. Hello.
That doesn't make us any smarter, right?
I know, Pao.
There, you're trying to pretend like you're smart with economics. You chose cotton
No.
candy, bro.
Okay.
There's no turning back. You can't redeem yourself.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense.
Okay, how? Okay, so
Next question.
Should we pick up the next
no.
ball?
Oh, you have to answer. What's your answer to like? What would you replace grass with?
Cotton candy.
No, actually, I'm thinking
Don't.
because I like.
Can
It's not
you?
like I'm actually capable of doing it. But no, seriously though, this might be really stupid, but I would
I mean-
replace it with salt water, the sea,
So with
so that it's everywhere.
No, okay. You know what? I can back you up on your answer.
I don't
Because
know.
if there's salt water, there's fish, there's seafood.
That's
So,
exactly what the point I was trying to drive at.
Imagine.
Food, more food for
Okay.
especially for the needy, right?
Yeah, right? Imagine if you go out like
It's out of that
I am
answer was
hungry.
born out of my good heart because
I
I want
believe
to
you.
share food
Yes,
for the
that's
need.
right.
Really?
Imagine you just open your window and then you
and
just
discover
see a
new
flying
things
fish.
about
Yeah.
myself.
You
Exactly,
see a
right?
flying
or like
fish and you catch
maybe
it.
maybe a fish will
the
jump through
the
your
grass
window.
on your front yard is suddenly now a pond where you can
Yeah.
fish, right?
Exactly. Fresh food all the time.
Or you
Farm
can
to
just
table.
dive in.
Guys.
Exactly. You don't
That's actually better than money because you can eat the
Okay, pal. I'm not trying to fight here.
no one is better than
Yeah,
anyone
okay,
in
actually
this room.
those are all
Like,
stupid.
I was trying to pick a fight with everybody.
With the answers that we're giving. No
Should
one
we
is
Nothing is
better.
giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great question. And again, our houses, they will now be floating houses.
Why though?
You know what?
It's just grass, you know. Not like everything on earth.
Okay, next question. Disregard
Next
what I just
question, I
said.
guess. Should you just
Producers,
pick
please
out?
mute that. Cut it.
Can you cut it out?
Okay.
Anyway, you guys should pick the
Okay.
next question.
Mystery hand.
Mystery hand.
May we have the fishbowl of ping pong ball questions? Denise, are you ready? Ready. Ready. What are we doing? Go.
Number 4.
Question number 4.
Oh.
Okay, Pao, do you want to read the question?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Hang on. Suddenly I can't read. Okay, if you were put in charge of creating a brand new global holiday, what would you name it and how would it be celebrated? What time of year would you want it to be held?
Bro, I was prepared for one question. These are like multiple questions.
Okay,
but I was-
let's break it down. Let's break it down. All right,
Uh-huh.
break it down.
Okay, break it down,
If
Pao.
you were put in charge of creating a brand new holiday, what
would
would
you
you name it? That's the
Okay.
first question.
Dance, you go first because Sam answered. I mean, technically, I answered the first question. I'm sorry, Dance, go ahead.
Very interesting. I think since I'm a coffee person, I mean, I think there's a
coffee-
national
a
coffee
coffee
day.
I feel like there is.
Yeah,
But
but,
what
it's
would
not
you
like a
name-
holiday,
Yeah, it's
right?
not like a big deal.
But it would be that.
What would you name it? Is the question.
It would be coffee day.
Coffee day.
Coffee day.
Yeah,
Okay, coffee day. How would it be celebrated?
for everyone to drink coffee however they like it.
I love it. Not a coffee snob. Inclusivity,
Yes.
diversity.
Yeah. You want it cold?
But
Go
how about
ahead.
those people who don't drink coffee? Because I know quite a few who actually are not
So
that.
we aren't inclusive.
You guys are only thinking of people.
That's
We're only
okay.
thinking of ourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
How
Right.
would okay, I think
Yeah,
the better
'cause that's
question is
interesting.
how would you like people who don't drink coffee, how would you get them involved? It doesn't have to be that you
Yeah.
ask them to drink coffee.
Because like Christmas, right?
Right.
It's basically that holiday is for Christians, but everyone actually, the whole world
Yeah.
celebrates it. So how do you
In
make
their
it
own-
like
yeah.
that?
Okay, now I'm questioning my choices.
And so-
No, Dance, you
That's
chose
actually
this.
really
you
good.
did this to yourself. You have to stand your ground.
Oh, that's why
Defend your answer right now.
my head is hurting.
You are the president of Coffee Land.
Oh no. No pressure.
What is
How
Yeah.
do
no
we?
pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we include everyone in that holiday?
Mm-hmm.
I think we can like. I don't know. can you
No, we can
suggest
have
something?
activities.
Yes.
for, like you don't have to drink coffee. What if we make
Smelling
like
coffee.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Or make
Right.
candles out.
You know,
that
that's
coffee
my
smells
answer
like-
Coffee
actually.
scent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
so your answer
Candle
is
girl,
candle
go
day?
ahead.
Yeah, it's like a candle day, and everybody
Okay.
gets to smell different candles or make their own candles.
Oh.
Okay, that's a better holiday.
Oh, okay. So what time
I
of
feel
the
like that holiday should be like
Good.
combined.
You wanna make a
co-
joint holiday? We can do that.
Coexist,
We
combined.
can get that
It can
done.
be coffee day today
Yeah.
and candle day tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
So would you call it
Perfect.
candle day or do you have a
Yeah, I guess.
spicy
I
name
mean,
for it?
I think right now, candle,
Candle
day.
day?
Candle day.
No pressure, no pressure. So
Right
what
now,
time of
candle day.
year would be coffee
Perfect
day and
for-
what time
yeah.
of the year would be candle day? Thinking time.
I want to stay away from November.
Oh,
'cause,
okay.
You know,
There's too many things happening
yeah,
in
too
November.
many things
so,
happen
yeah.
in November.
Mhm.
Maybe I don't know, June because it's my birth month.
Oh, okay. So it could be Sam Day and then Candle Day.
Candle day. The
But I was
next.
like, why not November? It's my birth month.
Oh.
Oh, so you want Coffee Day to be on November?
On
for
November?
your birthday.
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. So where are we
what
going
is
with
it?
this?
Oh no.
What exactly was the point?
I think I don't know what month is the summer.
March,
March,
April, May.
May.
So we just choose one.
Okay, you
Yeah.
choose because you're the president
Why
of
would
Coffee
you
Land.
coincide
summer?
with summer? I feel like coffee is better enjoyed during rainy seasons.
So then there you go.
June,
so
right? June, July, summer there.
Okay, yeah.
Wow,
I
you're
agree
not the
with that.
president of Coffee Land.
I'm just making suggestions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
sure.
that's valid.
Again,
Right?
these are all hypotheticals.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, it does not even
Do
exist.
you
Yeah.
guys want to dive into the second part of the question?
What is it?
How would you want it celebrated?
Right.
Oh, did you answer
Wait,
that
I-
already?
Yeah.
We kind of got stuck.
we're done with the question.
Can you please pick another
we're
one?
done with number 4.
You guys wanna
We've done.
pick another question?
Okay, how it would be celebrated is smelling and creating.
And drinking.
And drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do another question with. Oh, where's the ping pong ball? Okay, just to make sure that this doesn't get picked again.
Should
You-
Sam pick the next question?
I think we can do dance and then
And Sam after.
yeah.
Okay.
so that the mystery hand doesn't get tired of like
This is a Christmas ball. This is a Christmas ball.
Doesn't ruin the mystery.
10.
Number
Number
10.
Number 10.
Ooh, what is something that doesn't really smell great? Ooh, but you keep wanting to smell it anyway.
Ooh.
I'm gonna answer right away.
Okay, go, pal. Take it away.
This is gonna be super disgusting. My fart. Please don't.
You just
don't
exposed
even
yourself.
deny.
What?
Don't, dude. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this.
Okay.
Or
but
maybe
you
I'm
are.
just weird.
I mean, we're all weird, but
Am I?
Okay.
You guys
You
back me
keep-
up on this one,
okay,
please.
so-
I'm already exposed.
I know, and that's on you.
I'm trying to.
yeah.
Oh my
Justify
God.
it.
I'm trying to justify. Okay, no. Okay. I think Pao is just proud of his creation.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Like,
That's
this
like,
is
that's from
something
me.
that I created. This is from me.
My body worked for that.
Yeah.
You know, I
Dude,
I
can
was
you
very
not, like,
involved in the creation of
Can you not
this.
front right now? Like, are you guys seriously not? How do you even say
Are
it?
we not on the same boat?
Yeah. Are we
Yeah.
not on the same page?
I'm
on
so
this?
sorry, Pao, but I think you're alone in this. Can we get the producers team, the
Yeah. Can we do like a show of hands?
who agrees with Pao? Yeah, you're alone.
Actually, I was just actually joking. I was just trying to gauge the room.
Okay, so anyone who's listening to this, send us a DM, like comment,
Comment
and
below,
then let us
please.
know that.
Let me know. Let me know
yes,
specifically that I'm not
Paulo
alone.
is not alone in the boat, and we will know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
So-
Actually, Hicks, one of our
You're just
You're naming?
dropping people now.
don't drag people into this without their consent,
God.
Pao, okay?
no.
Because you
Hicks,
don't know
you better
the life.
comment below, Hicks. Back me up on this one.
Okay, what? Okay, what is it
Now I'm regretting that I
about the
answered right away.
experience?
Anyway, what is your guys' answer? I'm curious to hear.
Okay,
You just exposed yourself.
do you want to go and answer the question? Oh, Sam,
Sam.
go ahead.
Why did I
Okay,
even get
I
excited to
can't-
answer that?
I don't know, bro.
Dude, I feel
jumped.
like even before asking the question, you were like, I already got
Yeah,
this. I know.
it's like he was like so ready.
It's like, can I answer? Pick me.
It was like, my fart.
He was so like genuinely proud of you.
You can move on now.
But I mean,
Okay.
that's
go.
you, pal.
I thought this was no judgment, safe
It's
place.
not. We're not. We're not judging.
Thank you for supporting my.
Yeah, see, I defended you with your creation
Okay.
and hard work. Sam, please save the boat to sink in.
I mean, I'm really thinking because like right now, you know, I'm really into candles and blending scents. So like the scent that I really love though is cinnamon, and not a lot of people like that in their
I love
candles.
cinnamon.
Oh, I love
I
cinnamon.
love the smell of
Cinnamon
cinnamon.
smells like Christmas.
Yo, it smells like
Christmas.
like what am I thinking? Apple pie, like something like that.
Ah, yeah. Cinnamon.
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 Smells like ground floor seaside.
Oh, right.
Okay, what about you, Dance? What is a smell? A scent? A smell?
I don't know. Honestly,
Please don't
like
say
if
anything
it
weird
doesn't
anymore.
smell nice, why would I want to keep on smelling it?
No, but there are scents
Doesn't
that are.
make sense.
It's not that it's not nice. It's like it's maybe like not the best smell. Like
Probably like insecticide, like bygone.
Oh,
Like it's.
are you
It's,
okay?
am I an insect?
Oh no! Is there something you want to talk about?
Maybe we can ask about that.
but like, who would agree? Rugby and
Oh,
I mean,
that's no.
it's
we are
I feel
not
like I'm digging
encouraging
myself,
rugby smelling.
no.
but it does smell nice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But do not,
yeah,
please do not
don't-
sniff rugby.
Yes. No.
Do not sniff.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, any
Yeah, Sam,
harmful.
next question, Sam. Okay,
my
mystery
God.
hand. Last question for Sam, please.
Thank you so much
Before-
for moving on right away. Thank you, Liz.
Oh my god. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay. I'm sorry,
Go
my hands
ahead,
are short.
It's okay.
And
Is it,
ah! Okay,
what is
this
it?
one,
Number
number
two.
2.
Number 2. Okay.
Go ahead, Liz.
If animals could talk, if aminals could talk, which species would be the rudest of them all?
I feel like I already know.
You know, honestly, cats.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Cats, but I love cats.
I know.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What does that say about
If you
me?
had a cat at home and then all of a sudden they could speak, what do you think would be their first sentence?
Oh my god, you wake up like this?
Why do you have such a judgmental?
So rude.
I mean,
That's why.
Okay, what about you? You agree? Cats?
I was gonna say cats, but I know that Sam is a cat person, so I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
She hurt her own.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Self-inflicted.
But I was also thinking of the bigger cats, like the
like a tiger.
Yeah.
Like my outfit today. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, look for it on YouTube or on Facebook so you'll see.
Do we have like video on Spotify? Do we have that already?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Right? We do.
Producer, yes, okay. Our director said
are nodding.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are nodding.
Well, still check it out on Facebook and YouTube because
Yes.
views. Anyway, go dance. What would they sound like?
What would they
Yeah,
say?
what would
What would
they
they
say?
say?
I don't know. I don't like cats in general.
Re-
They smell bad. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry to all the cat persons.
You're literally sitting next to a cat.
Are you trying to say something? I feel like.
Tigger gonna go raw.
Do you want to tell me something else? Or you want to hurt my feelings?
No. I was just thinking of cats because, like, if you pet a dog, they're like super friendly, right?
Yeah.
But if you pet a cat, if you like fluff them, they're just
No.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they'll say. Meh.
Meh, meh. I mean, it depends on your cat. A cat loves pets,
Okay.
Yeah.
but she a judgy cat.
I feel
A
like
judgy
all
cat.
cats are judgmental
Yeah,
beings,
they are.
right?
But
That's why I'm a dog person.
okay.
yeah.
Okay. We don't have to get into this debate right now. Okay,
I'm not trying to pick a fight,
We're
Liz.
running out of time.
We are actually. Before we get into a heated debate between cats and dogs,
healthy discussion.
healthy discussion, I feel like this was actually a really fun conversation, you
Yeah,
guys.
time just flew by.
Yeah. I feel like,
You did.
yeah, definitely. But hey, you know what? We had fun. I definitely had fun.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
I hope our guests had fun.
Did you? Did you guys?
I had fun.
Wow.
That's what matters. I hope you guys, the listeners, also had fun from these random conversations, and I also hope that you learned a thing or two from our
Chaotic.
chaotic, sometimes stupid.
When Pao said that, I was like, will someone
Don't
ever learn
don't
something from this
remind. That's
conversation?
already buried.
You know what? We all can learn something from everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether that's something that we'll do, we'll say, or something that we won't share.
Yeah.
Lesson learned
You know?
from this episode.
So yeah, thank you
I
guys.
did learn
for-
something. Thanks, Pao.
Thank you,
Sure,
Nance.
I guess.
Thank you, Sam,
Thank you,
for,
Liz and
Paul.
for having us. I mean,
For being here with us.
Thank you for being here, for sharing your time,
Yes.
your stories, for giving us your energy. You know, you guys
Yeah.
have been so great during this episode. Well, even not in this episode, you guys are great, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for our listeners, thank you so much for staying until the end of this episode. Thank you for staying with us through the episodes that we've done.
Yeah.
We hope that, again, you learned something, you have takeaways, and well,
Definitely. We still have one more episode left in the season, so definitely
Yes.
look out for that.
Woohoo.
But yeah, so much fun. So much fun.
Yes, yes.
This has been Pao
this has been Elisa signing off.